Hi, everybody. Sammy here with this week's edition of VP Wedding Planner Live Hangout Q&A. Our topic this week is wedding songs you should not play at your wedding reception. So I did some online research and found some of the songs that were listed on the do not playlist were not all that bad, or I had mixed emotions about. For example, Celebration by Kool and the Gang. First of all, I love this song. I think it's a great song. I think you should definitely include it in your wedding. I don't see why you wouldn't, especially if you have a mixed group of attendees or guests that are coming, especially anyone that's anywhere in like the 50 to 60 to even 70-year-old range. They'll really, really appreciate it. I think it's a great song. So I'm going to say yes to this song. Do not veto this song. This is a good song to have. But the next one, I'm sorry, everybody. The Cha-Cha Slide. Let me see if y'all can hear this one. Yeah, any song that's telling me what to do, I'm not going to want to listen to it. And I'm probably on the same line as most brides. It's very well overplayed. I don't think it should ever be at any other wedding. So no, so veto to Cha-Cha Slide. Very sorry, everybody. Yeah, I don't want, again, anyone telling me what to do while I'm dancing. I should be able to have free motion and do what I please. Next song, We Are Family by Sister Sledge. I like this song. I think it's a great song. And I think it's perfect for a wedding reception because you have two families that are uniting, that are becoming one. And I know, again, it's probably a little bit older. It's probably overplayed, but I think it's a really, really good song. So We Are Family. I'm going to say keep that one on the list. Great song. The next one, Hot and Her by Nelly. Actually, this is a personal favorite of mine. I would say play it if your guests are between the ages of 25, possibly 45. Anyone older than that, grandparents, people that survived, the 20s, the Depression. I wouldn't play it if they're in the room. Any song that pretty much incites taking clothes off and stripping, probably not a good idea. It's not a good song to play at your reception, especially if there's children present. So I would take this one off the list. So yes, veto this song. This song should not be played at wedding receptions. Next song, I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. Now, I love the Black Eyed Peas. I think they're great. I used to listen to them all the time. I was one of those people that did, in fact, have their CD. I just dated myself, but yes, I had their CD. Played it in my car all the time. However, most of you know that I used to work at the Texas State Aquarium, and I was the announcer for the dolphin show and all the other little animal shows that they have there. This song was played on repeat 3 times a day, every day, 365 days a year. So I'm going to say no just for that fact. It was well overplayed. You've heard it enough. We don't need to hear it anymore. So sorry, Black Eyed Peas, big fans, but no more, no more. Another no more, another veto, the YMCA. Guys and girls, I do enjoy this song. I think, of course, it keeps your guests kind of active and keeps them going. And of course, it appeals to the more mature audience, but no more. I don't think we need to hear the YMCA anymore. So sorry, vetoing the YMCA. Another one, the Chicken Dance. The Chicken Dance should have died back in the 90s. Rest in peace, Chicken Dance. No one should ever revive this unless you're at an elementary school event, maybe a picnic outdoors, something to get the kids kind of going. In fact, you could play this song if you had a separate kid zone far away from the reception. Don't play this song at your wedding. I don't think you want your guests to endure any of that. This is another good song, not Every Breath You Take by The Police. Please listen to the lyrics with me real quick. sounds like it's good enough. And then I'll be watching you. It's a stalker song. It's a song about stalking. Don't play this at your wedding. I think it's a creeper song. I think his intentions were there. They were all right. But in the end, it became a stalker song. So veto this song for your wedding reception. Please don't. Another one. Now, I can't deny that I did not dance to this song, which is the Macarena. Don't do it. Again, it's one of those other songs that's overplayed. I don't think it needs to be at your wedding. It involves a line dance of sorts with your guests, and it might be interactive, and that might be what you're looking for. But in the end, don't do it. I don't think it's a good song to play. But this one kind of is. I might be partial to some of the older songs, but I like Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, but I understand people not wanting to have it at their reception anymore. It is one of those songs that is very much overplayed. And if you're like me and learned the hustle, the dance, the hustle, you can actually dance the hustle to Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. You probably don't want guests like me around when this song comes on. So I can understand, like I said, if you decide to veto this song is probably not the best. Next one is Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. I love Bon Bon, but unfortunately, this song was forever ruined by Old School. My friends and I sing this song, and we try to insert as many curse words as possible into it because of the movie Old School. And so it's a song that just shouldn't be played at your reception anymore. They ruined it. It's also quite dark. If you've ever seen the video, it's kind of dark and spooky. So I'm going to say no to Total Eclipse of the Heart. I'm sorry, Bon Bon. I love you, but no. Oh, this is another one that I hate to say no to, but brides and grooms, do not play this song at your wedding. It's just so sad. It's a beautiful song. It's iconic. I mean, Celine. You can't help but think of the Titanic and poor Leo just freezing to death in the water and, holding on for dear life. And I can't help but get angry and think, Rose, you could have scooted over because that door was like big enough for the both of you. And already I get angry. So this song shouldn't be played at weddings whatsoever. It has a sad undertone to it. So veto, as much as I love Celine, I am a Celine fan, but no to Celine, and my heart will go on. This song, you will recognize if you're in your 30s, gonna make you sweat. Everybody dance now. I'm gonna say veto to this song. So you can hear it. You might not recognize it right away. Sweating is gross. And if you're encouraging people to sweat, and I know they're saying everybody dance now, but you'll hear, come on, let's sweat. It's a long song that nobody really needs to dance to anymore, too. So yeah, don't play this one. Oh, but this is one that I have mixed emotions about, mainly because I sing it really well on karaoke, but you don't want people like me singing karaoke at your wedding, and I have been known to do that before. I'm sorry. But Love Shack by the B-52s. This is a must. I think you should play this at your wedding. It is an interactive song, and it gets your guests excited. So I think you should have it. I don't think it should be vetoed whatsoever. I think we should keep this one. We're definitely keeping it. Monet by Billy Idol. At first, I didn't really remember this song much, but I mean, it's probably one of those songs that's overplayed. But I like it. I really do. I think we should probably keep this one. So sorry, keeping Monet. Next song, The Hokey Pokey Like the chicken dance, this song should only be played around school-age children, elementary level children. Don't play this at your wedding. Please don't. Please don't, have your guests dance to the Hokey Pokey. No one wants to. Well, the Hokey Pokey is one of those songs that you kind of like, it's again telling you what to do. And so I feel like a hypocrite for this next song, but it's got a really fun beat to it. I know it's telling you what to do. The Cupid Shuffle. Now, if you have any friends that can't dance at all and you want to get a good laugh at your reception, yeah, play this song. It's a great song for entertaining yourself and watching others that are offbeat. I dance really well to this song, I must say, so I enjoy it. I'm going to make the exception and have the Cupid Shuffle. Yes, it's probably overplayed, but I like it, and I think it should remain and stay. Oh, this is a good one. This is one of the ones that I had mixed emotions about. Now, maybe not having it at the reception as far as dancing to it with your guests, but I think Happy would make a fantastic entrance song. So if your bride tribe's coming in and you're announcing them, this could be a fun time for you all to play this song because everyone is happy. They're excited you're getting married. They're excited that you tied the knot. I think it's a great song to have, just maybe not during the reception. I'm going to just play this song so you guys can hear it. But if you're from the South, you already know what that means. Sweet Home Alabama. Most people think it's a must. I could go without it. I tend to think this song is overplayed. It's also played towards the end of the night, the evening, when several of your uncles and aunts have had way too much to drink. So I'm going to say maybe let this one, relax for a bit. Maybe retire Sweet Home Alabama for a few years so we can enjoy it again in, years to come. But yeah, I'm going to have to say, sorry, veto to Sweet Home Alabama. Oh, this song. Turned Down for What? I automatically think a workout song as opposed to a song that you would dance to at your reception. And look, you automatically do this. You mean mug. You don't want to mean mug at your wedding. And you don't want your guests to mean mug you while you're dancing. So I think this song just kind of incites a little bit of anger and violence maybe. So I'm going to say, Turn Down for What needs to kind of stick to your workout jams where you're going to be lifting weights or running, perhaps doing some cardio. Leave it to that and keep it away from the reception. Last song, Something Fun About Me, another fun fact. I watch a lot of Bob's Burgers, a lot, too much. And when I heard this song, I immediately think of Bob's Burgers because one of the characters, Tina Belcher, she dances to this song and she also sings to it. So I can't help but think of her. See if you guys recognize it. It's from the 80s. And if you watch the video, you can see the MC Hammer pants and the crimped hair. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Yeah, it needs to stay in the 80s. I like that song, but it really definitely needs to stay in the 80s or stay, on Bob's Burgers. Keep it there. So there's plenty of other songs that I could say, no to. One of them that comes to mind is the Vanga Bus. That's another song that just needs to not ever be on anyone's reception list. But it was fun going through all the different songs and looking to see who said what songs should remain and who said what songs should stay. So I had fun. I had fun listening to all those different songs and kind of reliving little moments from my past. And it was great. But yeah, there's just some songs that you shouldn't play at your reception whatsoever. But guys, it's time for questions. We only have 2 this week, but each week I encourage our viewers to submit questions about wedding planning woes and challenges. Your questions do not have to pertain to this week's topic. And if you can't make our live chat, your questions can always be submitted ahead of time. And we, like I said, have a few questions this week, so we're going to get right to them. Question number 1, what kind of favor can I do for my wedding? Everyone I know does koozies, but my fiance and I want to do something different without breaking the bank. Very good question. Yes, koozies are kind of overdone. If you don't believe me, I'll have to show you the inside of my Jeep console full of koozies because I go to the beach a lot, but tons of koozies. They're everywhere. I even have them in my kitchen and several different drawers. So yeah, sometimes I have to recycle. Sometimes I have to even toss them away, and I hate to do that. But that's something to keep into mind, especially if you're going to be purchasing an item that your guests could just potentially toss, that they don't need. People have enough pens. They have enough coasters. They certainly have enough koozies. They don't need any matchbooks. What I recommend that you do is, and it shouldn't necessarily break the bank, especially if you're already going with maybe a cake person. If you're already purchasing a cake and you're going to a bakery, they might have some fun little macarons or cookies that they can design for you guys. I always recommend something edible because it's something right then and there that people they have, it's tangible, and it's easily consumed. And then you don't have to worry about, hurting anybody's feelings about tossing the item later on if, you just don't have room for it. Or I see a lot of people make donations on behalf of their guests to a charity of their choice, or maybe a couple, or they might even recommend, a couple of different charities, and they allow their guests to choose which one. So, in lieu of a favor, a wedding favor, we've decided to give back to the, charity of our choice, an organization of our choice, nonprofit, and, let your guests decide where they put those dollars. So, again, you're not wasting money necessarily because it's going towards a good cause and maybe something that you and your future spouse believe in. So that's another thing. I don't pretend to have a green thumb. I'm fairly good at planting and gardening. I learned from my mother, so thanks, Mom. She's got an amazing green thumb, and if something is in the process of dying, she somehow resurrects that bad boy. So I love plants and I love greenery for that reason alone. So maybe even giving your guests a plant to take home, or a succulent, which is something that is, it's like a cactus. Doesn't require a whole bunch of water. It does need to be monitored a little bit more so. It does need some sunlight, but I think that's probably one of your better gifts. Now, a lot of people, don't have green thumbs. They might not like it, but again, it's a great plant because it doesn't require a lot of attention. So that might be another something. But I would go with things that your guests can consume. I think that's probably going to be the number one party favor or wedding favor to go ahead and give to your guests. So hopefully that answers your question. Question number 2, last question. My wedding is October 27th, 2018. Oh, that's coming up. When should I have people RSVP by? If I ask for RSVPs a month before, is that enough time? That's actually a perfect amount of time. That gives, sometimes if it were me, I would say 2 months in advance. And the only reason I do that is because I'm a planner and I do it for a living, and I want to be able to plan everything out and leave room for any errors or anything like that. So, we have plan B all the way to plan C, or plan A to all the way to plan Z. But that's not always the case. So when you tell everybody just a month out, that's perfect. Just word of warning, be prepared. The chances of you getting some RSVPs, 2 weeks to 2 to 3 weeks out is pretty high. So just prepare for that. If you tell people a month, just know that you'll still be getting RSVPs 2 weeks out from your wedding date. That's actually enough time for the catering company. They'll normally require a week out, maybe 2 weeks out. So that's right there on the date. But if you have to, you're making phone calls to people and just confirming. So if you haven't heard back from people, have a list made up. If you're good at Excel, have an Excel spreadsheet with everybody's names, addresses, everything, and check off who you've heard from, what they're ordering. If you're doing a catered meal and it's a detailed menu, a sit-down meal. Have all of that out and, start calling folks, do a phone line, a phone tree, get your bridal party involved. I mean, that's kind of what they're there for. They're there to help you out. So yeah, but I think a month out is perfect. I wouldn't do any further or any closer to your date because, like I said, you run the risk of people sometimes RSVPing day of. But if you let them know in the invitation that it's strict, that we need to know by this time, then typically everyone is going to abide by it. But again, you might have to do some phone calls. But that is all for this week. Thank you all so much. If you, the viewers, have any questions that you need answered, please message me after the Hangout on VP Wedding Planners Facebook page, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. If you like what you see and you want more live chats, tune in every Tuesday to hangoutwithsammy.com. That's SAMMIE, hangoutwithsammy.com, for more wedding tips, tricks, and all the hot gossip to help make planning your wedding a piece of cake. I enjoy this week. I hope to see you guys next week at 8 p.m. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye.